A 107 millimeter rocket landed 3 feet from Brian Colfage, a U.S. Air Force soldier. This was Balad, Iraq, September 11, 2004. Terrorists sent bombs into the U.S. camp. He was severely injured at the point of death. It was unlikely he would ever see his family or his friends again. The camp hospital had to get blood from over 100 donors to keep him alive. They had to air vac him to the U.S. for life-saving procedures. At that time, he was the most injured person in combat ever to survive. However, the only way they saved his life was to amputate both legs and his right forearm, his dominant hand. 2 months later, he got discharged from the hospital and began an 11-month journey of rehabilitation, which also came with follow-up surgeries. He did not give up. In fact, he learned to walk with prosthetic legs, went to college, got married, and now he has 2 kids. He also loves his country. And when he saw President Trump was having difficulty getting wall funding, he started a GoFundMe page called We the People Will Build the Wall. Instead of doing this alone, he formed a team. He and others created social media accounts, traveled, and talked on stages. And now he has raised over $25 million, and his team of 15 board members built a key section outside of El Paso of the wall that the Army Corps of Engineers said they could not even build. What was Brian's secret to success of changing culture despite all his obstacles? Well, he used many of the features I teach in the Cultural Impact System. Hi, I'm Rick, the founder of the Cultural Impact System and the Blessed Teach YouTube channel. It's great to have you join me for the 3rd video in my free workshop, How to Win and Impact the Ungodly World. Now, in this video, I'm going to outline the exact blueprint you need in order to be used by the Lord to make a real difference for your children and family and your friends and your country. Now, just to let you know, later tonight I will be on live going over Q-Post. That'll be my normal time, 9 p.m. CST. But right now I want to focus on this. If you've ever been confused about how all the pieces fit together and how to maximize your impact, how God could use you to help your friends and family and children and your country, and more importantly, what goes into creating massive success with making true impact on others and the culture, this video is for you. Maybe you're a Christian patriot who is just starting to think about how you can help your country and you aren't sure where to start. Even if you only have very little time, maybe you work best behind the scenes, or you're a Christian patriot who loves to be in front. You're already making impact. You already have teams, but you need more motivated Christian patriots to add to your teams, or you're just not able to make as much impact as you want. So in this video, I'll show you how Christian patriots like you and me accelerate how you can be used by the Lord in a much bigger way to really make huge difference and help your children, your family, your friends, and your country. Now in video number 1, we talked about now's the right time to confirm your passion area in one of the 7 mountains of cultural influence, so you can have clarity to where the Lord wants you to focus on and meet others with that same passion area. Then in video 2, we covered the next step to take so you can quickly confirm your personality, other personality types, and social styles. This is vital to waking up others and breaking through the spiritual fog that keeps people from listening to you. It's also key to be an effective part of a team with other Christian patriots. So if you haven't seen all those videos, make sure you go back and watch number 1 and 2. Now, video 3 here, I'm going to be to really build on what we've already discussed by giving you a complete blueprint that can help assure you will be used by the Lord and make a real difference. By the end of this video, you have so much clarity about how you can make true impact on your children, family, friends, as well as the culture they live under, and you'll see how everything fits together. I'm also going to share how you can set proper outcomes using design thinking and agile techniques to execute to those outcomes. Once you use this, you'll never have to worry about you and your entire team of other Christian patriots being fully aligned again. This will also help you break free of that frustration of not being able to make progress, and is key in helping you make a large cultural impact to those you love and your country, so you can experience clarity to where the Lord wants you to focus. And we've got a lot to cover today, so make sure you download your free PDF or have a pen and paper ready so we can take notes as you follow along. All right, hey Michael, let's keep the subject on this today, okay? We can talk about Freemasonry in the next video at 9 o'clock. Anytime you're trying to be used by the Lord to really make a difference, it can be hard. Because in the beginning, everything's new. Things like knowing where the Lord wants you to focus, finding other Christian patriots in your passion area, adjusting your style to different personality types, and knowing exactly how to set outcomes and how to execute to really make a difference. And then you need to know how these all relate to maximizing your true cultural impact. And it's not easy. On top of that, even if you have experience making true cultural impact already, you're always looking for the 80-20. You don't have time to waste. So you want to find the 20% of techniques of other or the other Christian patriots you can work with as team members that are going to produce the 80% of the results. That's why the Cultural Impact System Blueprint is going to save you a ton of time. This is the exact blueprint you need to gain clarity on where the Lord wants to use you and how you can really see the results you desire. Now, with that said, I need to warn you before we get rolling. Once you see the blueprint, you'll be tempted to dive in and start reading and try to apply everything. It gives you the complete overview, but I want to make sure it's easy for you, covering that 20% that we talked about. So although the blueprint gives you the high-level view, stay with me because I'll walk you through the 20% that gives you the 80% of the results. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's video, starting with a clarification based on common questions I have been getting. Now I'm going to switch to this other view that shows the PDF that you guys can download after you watch this, or if you're watching the recording, hit pause and go back there. Okay, that will be we'll back down there. So let me show you this here, this display. So this is the Cultural Impact System Blueprint, and there's a lot of information to really get maximum efficiency here, but this is why we have a blueprint, to really make it simpler for us. So I think you'll find this pretty simple as we go. And again, you can download the free gift at blueprint.frustratedwithculture.com. Right, again, blueprint.frustratedwithculture.com. I think that is down below in the YouTube video here, if you're watching this on YouTube. And this is the high-level overview of the Cultural Impact System so that you can become an impactor. I reviewed this a little bit in video 1, but I want to delve into it a little bit more. Again, it's a 5-week online course followed by an impactor membership or community site where we can all be working together. And it's going to have weekly training sessions with me. But what we have here is you can use even if you're not in the class, right? That's why I give you the free PDFs and allow you to execute on your own as much as possible as well. So now, if I look at week 1 here, you're going to look at, hey, what are your passion areas compared to the 7 mountains of cultural influence? Now, I want to be clear, this is not 7M or Dominion theology. I just use this for classification because we need to understand how the enemy is attacking each of these areas. And guys, I really think we think wrong about this a lot of times. I think we need to think of it differently. Instead of just saying, hey, I need to confirm my passion area, I want to work in my passion area, you need to understand the enemy attacking it and what type of things we'd be doing to reverse that ungodly culture. That'll kind of help you really figure out where that passion area is. And then find other people in that passion area. That's what this course will do. This course actually has an official assessment as well to help you finalize that. But anyway, that is the week 1. Week 2, you get into your team giftings, forming teams, and actually executing. I'll go over that in more detail in a second. But let's just look at this. So I want to give you some examples here, right? So like for instance, we had a group of people that found that they when they took the assessment, and they actually, like Janelle Barlow, these are the foundational members that have already gone through this course once. Barbara Newell, Tammy Bond Campbell. They were spiritual and family oriented. They understood how they're being attacked, and they actually have now working together, learning together. They know their passion area, and it's been a wonderful experience for them. If you look at some other people that actually looked, they were really passionate about media. And that was people like Sharon Podesta, Gene, as well as Gage Gibson, others. And they're working together in the Media Mountain as examples, right? It's huge. You can do so much together. Yeah, Q is back. It's going to be fun. We're going to go over the Q stuff at 9 o'clock. Now, it's at Central Time. Now, if we look at week 2, you're going to actually get into your spiritual gifts and personality type. And I really think that everybody else kind of tells you, use this very complex spiritual gift assessment tool and use this very complex personality type that has 16 different boxes. And it's really not that useful because people end up not using it often because of the complexity. And they also only usually do one or the other. So I'm telling you, what's worked out really well here is we have a real simple 4-part area that we talked about in video 2 to find your personality type. Combine it with just the major spiritual gifts. And it gives you a real clear way of, number 1, determining other people's personality types quickly so you can adjust your style, your approach. When we talked about red pilling them and waking up people, as well as helping you with your family, your children, etc., with sharing God, waking them up, adjusting to their personality type. But those two things together really help you understand how to work best with a team. And that's really the whole second part of this system. And we really focus on these seven spiritual gifts. And it's real clear what your primary and secondary becomes, especially if you take the assessment. And then you're able to quickly determine which of these personality types you are based on this simple matrix. Are you facts first or emotion first? Are you fast thinking, talking, moving, or do you really deeply think through things and move slower and move slower? And you know which one of these you are. And you can adjust to your friends and family. You can adjust to your team. You can adjust to the person you're going to influence when you are going to change culture. So this has really been a simple way to be effectively create new teams. And that's the beautiful thing, is in after we go through our weekly trainings, etc., we will be able to form teams based on people in the same passion area, but with a balance of gifts. It's a beautiful way to make all that happen. Then we get into step 3, is really just executing. Set your outcomes and do it. And guys, we have a window of opportunity here. A window of opportunity with the Trump movement, with the Great Awakening movement, to really make impact like we've never been before. And that is why we want to use the 5 stages of design thinking. We really focus on these 3. We'll empathize from a human perspective, and we define things really well, and we get on the same page. We ideate through them. Then we'll use Agile to actually prototype and test it out. And that is exactly what we do with design thinking, setting outcomes, right? I'm going to go back to that. But these are real important. Empathize with the person you're doing a solution for or influencing. Define how you're going to solve a problem. Ideate with your team. This is a beautiful way to set outcomes. People will spend $2,000 just to get certified on a 2-day course on design thinking, right? Same with Agile. They'll spend $2,000 to become a Scrum Master in a 2-day course. But I'll really give you the 20% of what you'll be able to use to make impact on your family, impact on your culture of your country. And that's this last part, where it's the Agile Scrum. Every 2 weeks you'll get results toward those outcomes you set. So it's just a beautiful way. And this is, I know, a quick summary, but it's just a quick way to actually execute. And we'll do that weeks 3 through 5, so we can actually get started on some of these teams setting up, using some of the tools. Some of the tools we'll use is something called Trello to keep track of the backlog of information, Mural so we can actually all see remotely using Zoom and Mural. So with Zoom and Mural, we can actually just work as a team and everybody see and type different things together on the same sheet of paper as if you're together, even when you're remote. It's a beautiful thing. And then we use Trello to keep track of all our information, and these simple tools that will allow you to graduate as an impactor and really get into the community and start making progress on an ongoing basis. If we get in more detail and you master all these subjects, that is the blueprint, and it's a fun thing to make sure happens. I'm going to flip back to my camera here and just summarize this a little bit. And again, I'll be on live to talk about all the Q posts, etc. here in a couple hours, a little less than a couple hours, about 9 p.m., a little after 9 p.m. CST, as usual, as my normal time goes. But I want to kind of summarize this now, a quick review. Remember, the first thing you do is find your passion area. It's a kind of a different way of thinking because we understand how the enemy's attacking all 7 cultural influence areas of the mountains, right? And we then find people that have the same passion area. Second thing we do is we just understand our team giftings, and that's where those personality types are really important, so you can adjust your style to others, as well as understand your style. And just like Tammy Boyd Campbell, she just felt so awesome about being able to know she was an urchin, own it, and adjust her style to the other people in her teams. And she just is so much happier now after going through this cultural impact system as a foundational member. And then the third thing, besides really understanding your team giftings and how to work best as a team, is to execute as a team. And this is where we have that window of opportunity with the Trump movement and the Great Awakening movement to really do some things. And it's just exciting to me to kind of see how that all could happen. So isn't it easier seeing how everything kind of fits together? I mean, most importantly, doesn't it feel good knowing that you should focus on right now, in regardless of where you are in your journey, a place you could focus? Do you see how this clarity will help you make impact much easier and faster? Now that you got those wheels turning, I want to hear from you. I know you picked up a lot of ideas from this video, and now that's the time to actually try to get started here. So let me know your comments below what your first step will be, or any questions that you might have. I'll be all over the comments to really understand what you guys are thinking. And if you found this helpful, the video, right, others will too. So give someone else a hand by sharing this video on Facebook or Twitter, or even sending a link to a friend. Now, the next video I'm going to show you, the final video 4, how to implement what you've learned today easier and faster. So if you're a Christian patriot who's just starting to think about how you can make impact, this lays out the exact plan so you can quickly see real progress as you truly make the difference with your children, your friends, and your country. Or if you're a Christian patriot who's already making impact and maybe even have teams, or you build on what you already created by following specific steps designed to get you past what's holding you back, so you'll get on track and accelerate achieving your goals and dreams. Now, speaking of learning to make true impact on others and on the culture of your country, we've been hearing from a number of people who had questions about the cultural impact system. And I'd love to hear from you as well. So the next video, we'll talk more about the program and how you can join. The way it works is that I open the full class to the general public on a very limited basis. We do this so it runs similar to a college class where we go through it together. So registration opens for a few days, then it closes, so I create space for the new members and deliver the content. So if you're interested in moving forward and becoming a member of the next class and want to know how, you want to join me in the next video where I'll lay it all out for you. But for now, I want to leave you with this. The foundational members like Tammy and Gage and Sharon are all making progress as part of impactor teams right now. They were the foundational members that went through this in the summer. And we've made some adjustments to the course based on their suggestions. But think of also Brian Colfitch. He had no legs and one hand and is making a huge impact on the culture of the country as he's building the wall. helping build different parts of the wall that are kind of niche areas. Why? Because he followed nearly all the steps in the system. He confirmed his passion. He got with other Christian patriots with the same passion. He set proper outcomes, and he executed with efficiency. If he can do that, so can you, no matter your circumstance. Just by taking part in this workshop, you're already closer to knowing how to make true impact on others and the culture of your country, despite the spiritual fog and despite the enemy trying to discredit you. Now, think about video 1, where you learn how to confirm your passion area. Again, it's thinking differently because you're understanding how the enemy's attacking all 7 mountains of cultural influence and joining others. This training alone has shown you how to have clarity to where the Lord may want you to focus and how you can actually meet others to win that same passion area to make amazing results. And it's amazing how simple it can be once you have the steps. And the class started on November 18th. You will get assessments and live training groups from me and be in a community with other Christian patriots to make progress together without being alone. Then you made big strides in video 2, where you saw how to confirm your personality type and quickly identify the personality type of others, like in your family. So we talked about surviving the holidays with your crazy family, right? Adjusting your approach based on what personality type they are, helping you awaken them, share God with them, maybe share God with your children and your family and others. But the idea is that same personality types combined with spiritual gifts can help you be really effective working with other Christian patriots as a team. So, and also the who your team's targeting. Like if you're targeting to influence a certain area of culture, you need to know what their personality types are. And that's huge. And knowing this will continue to pay off from now on into the future. And today you got the complete blueprint so you can see the end-to-end vision of being used by the Lord to make a difference. Isn't it easier knowing every step? I hope. Now to make it even better, we cut to the chase so you could know exactly what gives you bigger results faster and with less demand on you. In just a few days, you'll learn so much about how to start the process of maximizing the cultural impact you can have on your children, family, friends, and your country. In the next video, I'll share the next step in your journey. I'm so excited what's in store for you. I'll see you in the next video. Let me pray. Heavenly Father, just thank you so much for the privilege of serving Christian patriots who are awake, the remnant, I call that, Lord. Thank you for bringing me people that love the Lord, love their country, and also are thinking for themselves. This is the remnant. This is the army of God, Lord. And I just know you're going to do amazing things with these people. I pray for blessings on everybody who's listening to my voice right now. Blessings on not only them, but their families and their friends and those people that are not awake around them. Those people that don't know the Lord. Those people that don't even love the country. Lord, I pray for a unity that's going to be amazing. I pray for that we'll take advantage of this window of opportunity we have with the huge movement that's going on. And thank you, Lord. And I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, guys, I really appreciate that. I'm going to just kind of look through some of the comments now, and we'll wrap her up here in a second. But if you guys have any questions about this system, it says, would it be possible to take on all 7 at one time? I'm overambitious. Michael Stanley, I love it. So obviously that's part of the issue. It's like I had passion in all these areas too, but I really didn't make progress until I picked one and went for it. I picked media, right? So obviously, I looked at my spiritual gifts and I tried to do that by myself early on and totally failed. Till I got with other people who knew how to use the technology, learned from them, got with other Christian patriots, got a technology team that kind of helped me together. And my small team and not doing it alone and focusing on one area is where I made so much progress with the Blessed Teach channel, right? I'm doing the same thing of getting with a group of awesome, smart people and taking tons of courses. I think I've told you, I've spent over $40,000 actually figuring out how to do great communities, great online classes, putting a platform in place so that I can continually, once we learn things, to pull these things together to really help. I really pray this is really going to get this ball rolling faster than ever. Anyway, hopefully, Michael, that kind of answers your question, that I really believe that later you're going to influence more mountains, but let's pick one to start with. Get with some people around you that have that same passion in that one mountain, and let's go. Like the mountain of media is huge, that needs issues. Always the spiritual mountain that's kind of gone backwards needs. But we can't ignore those bottom cultural mountains, like 12-1 liberal professors over conservatives. We can't have that. We've got to go get people to be professors that are love the Lord, love the country, and aren't progressives, right? Same with the arts and entertainment. We need Christian arts and entertainment. We need athletes that are going to be. You know where I'm going. I can go from over there. Thank you, Brother Rick, says Emmett. Thank you. Yeah, technology is another thing that's a big passion of mine. I think you know that. That's been most of my career as well. But kind of technology kind of crosses all of these areas, right? So it is true. There are some things that could cross all 7 mountains, right? But in general, you can look at the tech companies and business and the whole Silicon Valley that's overtaken by the cabal. We need to go take that back. So that might be a good place to start, Michael, as one example, right? But that's what I love to work with you guys on a group training calls, et cetera, to kind of figure out, okay, what mountain should we take in the short term? Doesn't mean you can't take them in multiple places later, right? So, but you guys are awesome. And please post your questions down below in the video if you're watching the replay of this. And we will free energy technology. Yeah, that is going to be amazing if that went one. And so that's kind of the backstage topic because some people don't think that's possible and think it's all a conspiracy theory. But that's what Gene's going to be digging into that more as I try to document the evidence for everything he has in his mind. He's got so much there. So by the way, that backstage is it's going to have I think right now it kicked in. It's over 30% off the normal price, as well as you get 30 days for free if you just want to go in and try it and go look at the videos. I wouldn't go to backstage though if you're not wanting to go into the deeper stuff. Okay, so it's the choice to know will be yours. Sorry, I'm coming off topic. I want to really focus on cultural impact system here, and so I'm going to be again in about a little over an hour. I'll be back on going over the normal show. Right, this was really video number 3 of the series about how to win and impact the ungodly world, and then this was the blueprint around that. And again, this is the window of opportunity I think is so amazing for us guys. So join me. I actually am going to also have a whole webinar Thursday night. Video 4 will probably go Friday. Cart will open on Friday. But if you go to the webinar, it's going to open up early, and there'll be prizes and some bigger discounts. So it'll be fun for those of you that can invest in yourself. I think hoping all these free PDFs and the system will allow you to benefit from this, no matter if you decide to go deeper with me. If you decide to go deeper with me, want to invest and have more of my time, meet the foundational members that are still rolling on multiple teams. They have two awesome teams, by the way, right now that are kicking butt. One's called the Raw Truth Media in the media area, obviously, and one that's the Truth Connectors, really working through both kind of spiritual and family mountains to connect people to the right resources and help people that are leaving their religion to find the true relationship with Christ. So there's some really cool things going on that I'm excited about. But hey, with that, I'm going to wrap it up, guys, because we are pretty long, and I need to get ready for the show here in about an hour. We've got a bunch of new Q posts as well as some just great happenings, right? God bless you guys. I love you, and we'll talk to you later.